Thanks, Ethan.
Oh, shoot.
Wow, good job, Ethan.
Yeah,
good job. Okay, you can leave now.
Bye, Ethan. Bye.
Yay! He's gone.
Welcome back to the
BM&W podcast.
What a ride that was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ethan wasn't here. I'm sorry.
Bim, you weren't supposed to tell them.
Well,
our plan was foolproof.
Well, like, I told myself I would never lie, and I've never told a lie in my entire life. And so...
You've never told a lie?
No.
Okay, I want a polygraph test in here.
Yeah, we can. I've actually
Who are you,
already
Abe Lincoln? Huh? You never tell a lie?
Yeah.
Get out of here,
don't know
Pinocchio-looking boy.
Hey, don't talk about my nose.
I didn't say anything about your nose.
We said Pinocchio, and Pinocchio has a historically big nose. You know my nose is very pointy.
I can't take you seriously when you say noise.
I was trying to go past that, and you keep bringing it up. You know what?
Bim's having a really hard time speaking today, so we may just have to cut this one right here.
Alright, bye. Oh, just kidding. Just psych. Welcome back to the BM&W podcast.
Yeah, it's a little late for that, isn't it? Are you 1 minute into the podcast?
I want to make sure everyone knows that they are very welcome here. The only person not welcome is...
Ethan?
Oh, yeah, Ethan.
Okay.
I was going to say...
Yeah. So who are you going to say?
I was trying to think of the guy's name, the one that's got the one...
You know, the person with the thing? They got the thing with the person?
It's the guy who... not Adam Sandler. The other one.
Adam Sandler.
He was...
The other
I can't
one.
think of any of his
Who
movies.
Who could that be?
I can't think of any movies. He was in, like, a Christian movie. Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage. I love that man. Wait, what were we saying that he was? He's not welcome?
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage is not welcome?
He's not welcome.
Okay, get out of here. Get out of here,
Nick Cage.
You Declaration of Independence stealing looking boy. Have
Right,
you ever seen that movie?
He's in that one too, yeah.
I love that movie.
I only know because this one YouTuber I watched, like, does, like, movie reviews or whatever, and he did a movie review, and it was, like, this Christian... like movie, and it was very clear that he did not want to be there, and it was so funny. So that's the only movie I could think of that he was in.
And you thought that I would recognize Nicolas Cage from, like, an indie Christian movie?
Yep. Because you've seen every Christian movie, right?
I've seen every movie in the world.
Right, exactly. So you should know.
Every movie ever. So I should just really know. Bim does this every week. Like,
I was very silent.
She gets so far away from the mic just to, like, drink some water.
Well, remember that one time I, like, drank water next to the mic, and you're like, go!
Go!
Go! Go! Go! Go!
Go! Go! Who's next?
Actually, transition.
Who's
TikTok.
Next?
TikTok is next. And that sound is a TikTok sound.
Yes, so...
We're doing 2 TikTok-related episodes in a row.
Really? Oh my god, we are!
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Would you look at that? So, I didn't even think about that. Do you think they're going to be bored?
I think isn't everyone already bored?
Yeah, that's a really, like, really good question.
Mm-hmm.
And the answer is yes. So if you're bored, stay here.
I just thought of... There's this scene in 13 Reasons Why, and I don't watch 13 Reasons Why. It was just, like, the YouTuber I watched, like, did something. And, where she's like, yeah, it's a boring movie, but at least it's long. And he was like, huh? It's...
What?
Yeah. So that just reminded me of that.
So today, I thought it would... Because this is mostly for my mom, because I tried to explain things to her, but I either don't have the time nor energy to do it. So I thought, why don't we just put it on the podcast and say the history of TikTok?
Yes.
And it's not like, oh, the app was made in this year and then it got updated. No.
The history of, like, the culture.
Yes.
Like, TikTok culture has changed so much.
Exactly. And I think the reason why it changes so much is because everything, like, happens overnight.
Right.
Like,
Yes.
something that we'll get into is, like, the Doja Cat thing, which we probably won't get into it. But, like, it's overnight. She was canceled.
Yeah.
And then people started to forgive her. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah. Or who's that girl? Her name's, like, Emma or something. And she got canceled, like, overnight. Everyone, like, loved her. And then she got canceled overnight. And then everyone, like, kind of forgave her. But then, like, she quit TikTok.
Yeah. So things happen so fast. So, I think it would be so great for all of our viewers to understand what we're actually talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking, what better way to do it than in the style of a very serious documentary?
Very, very serious.
Very serious, no laughing allowed.
I went through a phase last year where I only watched on YouTube. The only thing I watched was British documentaries.
Why?
They were so interesting.
What were they
Like,
on?
It was a lot of medical documentaries. There was, like, this one YouTube channel that, like, had a bunch of them. And then, just, like, different stuff. I learned a lot about British culture. I learned a lot about, like, boarding schools. There were, like, a couple of them on, like, boarding schools and, like, kids, like, crying because they were in boarding school and they missed their parents. A lot of ones about adoption.
Cool.
Yeah, so sorry. So we're going to do it in that style.
So, yeah, we just want it to be very serious. Something I'm really basing this off of is there was one episode of the show Community where they built, it was a blanket fort versus a pillow fort. And it was Choi and Abed, and they were, like, fighting, and they did it as the style of a Civil War documentary. And I just thought that was so funny, and, yeah.
I really want to watch that show. I started watching it, and then I just forgot about it.
It's so funny. This is 100% an ad for the show Community.
Mm-hmm. Watch it on Yahoo Screen.
Yes, do that now. Don't. Why pay for things when you don't have to?
What?
Do you have to pay for Yahoo Screen?
Well, it doesn't exist anymore. The joke was that Community's 6th season was renewed on Yahoo Screen. They were the ones who, like, produced it. Yeah.
That's funny.
And then it because they spent too much money on Community, they went bankrupt. And so it doesn't exist anymore.
Wild. All right. Anyway, so here we go. We're going to transition into a very, 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 very serious podcast. Mm-hmm. Ready? Our story starts in the year 2018.
Yes.
Or 2018.
Serious. 2018.
2018. Okay, sidebar. If you want to say something that's not serious, you have to say sidebar. And it has to be in a different tone of voice.
Okay. Got it.
Resuming.
Sidebar. So the whole 2018 and 2019 thing, or 2000, came from me today. I was wondering that, like, in the 1900s, do you think people said, like, 1902? Like,
no, and I explained to her, Bim, it's 1902. That's what people said.
Yeah, but, like nowadays, like, we stopped saying 2002 in, like, 2010, where we started saying, like, 2010. So do you think that, like, once it became 1910, like, they started saying 1910? Or do you think they... Yeah.
No,
like, I just think it'd be...
It's exhausting to say 1902.
I just think it'd be funny.
Sometimes things that are funny aren't really the things that happen. Bim.
Resume. In the year 2018, the app Musical.ly suddenly changed to TikTok.
Yes, I think a Chinese company bought the app, and then they turned Musical.ly into TikTok.
This came to a shock to a lot of the people who solely based their career off of lip-syncing to sped-up songs.
Which is, like, what's the point?
I don't know. They're not singing anything. It's just, they're like, Shawty's like a melody in my head.
Sidebar. Something that we'll get into, that song Replay by Iyaz.
Beats me.
IYAZ. That song is the new Rick Roll, so keep that in mind. Resume. So, in 2018, the app TikTok started off as a bunch of old, weird people.
Yeah, it was very... Wasn't it, like... There was a whole, like, issue or something about it being, like, too many old guys that were like a little too creepy, like
Yeah,
really creepy.
You know, they fit the profile if you catch my drift. So,
Yes.
So basically, that was what all of TikTok was. It was just a bunch of old guys just making videos, kind of.
Yeah, I wasn't on TikTok at that point.
Neither was I.
I had quit Musically at the beginning of like 2016, or maybe the end.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly when I quit.
So, like,
I don't remember what the culture of TikTok was.
Yeah,
back
I
then.
think Musically died because a lot of the people who did it in like 6th grade, they just grew out of it.
Mm-hmm.
They grew out of that like really bad phase. So then Musically, like, their stocks declined drastically. Drastically.
Drastically. Yes, right as Musically became TikTok, I pulled all of my stocks out, which I actually don't know if you knew this. I had 100% of the stocks, so that's why it crashed. Because I had
just stopped paying.
Yeah, I was like, this is why am I still doing this?
Exactly.
So then I just took them all out, and then the stock market crashed.
Yeah, you just had so much money. Like, you had your trillions of dollars all invested.
Mm-hmm. My Williams of dollars.
Your Williams of dollars.
Call back.
Guys, if you listen to the podcast,
Yeah.
we're both Willionaires.
Anyway.
It's a new thing we invented. We just have so much money that there's not even a word for it, so we had to invent it. So anyway, then I think the furries infiltrated the app.
Well, do you think it was cosplay before furries, or first? I think it
was kind of
like maybe at the same time. Yeah, because there was the girl who did what was the song?
Oh God, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The one where she's like, no one can see me, but like,
the cosplay, was it the hit or miss?
Yes, it was hit or miss.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, that's like when TikTok really changed.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, after the old guy phase, a bunch of furries and cosplayers like entered the app, and one video sparked a revolution.
A real revolution.
Like, none of this like Star Wars or like stuff in the Hunger Games. No. A real revolution. And it was the hit or miss video.
It was this girl in like cosplay. I don't know who she was cosplaying as because I don't know anything.
It was some anime Sailor Moon thing.
Yeah, and she was like the song "Hit or Miss." I guess you never miss, huh?
Okay, we're gonna get copyrighted.
Right, sorry.
Because we're just so accurate.
Yeah, we sing so well, so close. And then everyone just started bullying her, and it was like half the people were like doing it for real, where they're like hit or miss, like they were actually like doing it, but then half the people were like duetting her and like making fun of her and like that kind of thing.
So then what I would call the gamers, they started to enter TikTok.
Right. And like the people who, sorry, I interrupted.
But
it's like that one where it was like, I'm already Tracer.
Yes.
That I think is the entrance of the gamers because they got so angry that the girl's controller wasn't on.
Yes, so the hit or miss video, it was like when a lot of the trolls kind of entered the app. And then when the I'm Already Tracer video came out, so basically it was a girl in, it's a song about some video
Overwatch,
game.
I think
it's Overwatch, yes. And it's a song that was like, I want to be Tracer.
I'm already Tracer.
What about Widowmaker?
I'm already Widowmaker. I'll be Maxon. Nerf Bastion. All right to Winston. I'm already Winston.
Okay, we're going to get copyrighted.
Yeah, sorry.
Because the people who want to copyright our everything are just 100%
listening. They're always listening.
They're always watching. So then once it was just one girl who made that TikTok. She had headphones on and a controller that was not on.
And so everyone kind of flamed her. And it was like people were like doing it like where they like had the controller, like they were playing on like headphones.
And they had the controller. Yeah, so
it was like
that sparked kind of the duetting kind of thing.
Yeah, like trolling.
So what they would do is duetting is when you have the video and then you can put your video next to it.
Yeah.
So if they duetted the video of the girl playing the video game, they would have a game controller on their head and start playing with headphones.
Mm-hmm.
And that escalated to someone putting a whole TV on their head.
Yeah.
And playing with maybe another TV or something. But it just got really out of hand.
And it was very funny.
Yes. And then the trolls kind of went into the phase where they would
body slam the camera.
Yeah, so they'd find a video where someone's like, hey guys, my dad just died. And they'd start Fortnite dancing next to the video.
Mm-hmm.
And
or they'd punch it and they'd run into it and
yes. So they'd set their phone up somewhere propped up on a bed, and
mm-hmm.
they'd be outside of the room, and they'd get a running start and jump on it, and the video would end
mm-hmm.
before they would land. And that was kind of funny.
Yeah.
So,
I remember during this period of TikTok, it was October 2018 is what it's referred
October
to.
2018.
And I remember I didn't have TikTok because I was too embarrassed to. So I just watched compilation after compilation after compilation of YouTube. Because I was like, they're so funny, but I'm not going to download the app. I'm not going to download the app. What if someone finds it on my phone and think that I'm...
Exactly. And I feel like this is the era of fear.
Mm-hmm.
Because everyone I knew watched compilations of TikToks on
right, but
YouTube.
No one dared to have it on their phone.
Yeah, I only knew 2 people that had the app.
I knew people who had the app in May or something like that. I was I kind of judged them for it. I was like, okay, because at that point there were no more funny compilations on YouTube, so I just thought it was back to Musical.ly.
Yeah. So after October 2018, people kept making things videos like that, the trolling videos, and then something tragic happened. Something really bad happened, and
mm-hmm.
the war against the furries started.
The Fire Nation, what was it?
Everything changed once the Fire Nation attacked.
Yeah.
So basically, what happened was Are you done?
Yeah, sorry, excuse me, bless me.
No, bless you. Take it back.
You...
Thank you for the effort. So, basically, all the people... There were 2 sides of TikTok, I'd say then.
Mm-hmm.
There were the furries and the gamers.
Yeah, the people who took it seriously and the people who were just, making fun of everyone.
Yes, the people who took it seriously... No matter what, furry or not, they were on the furry side. And the
mm-hmm.
people who were trolls were on the gamer side of TikTok. And, so brother turned against brother,
mm-hmm.
Sibling against sibling. And the wives had to stay in the kitchen and make sandwiches. And, yeah.
Yeah. It was... I
don't really know how... there were just so many videos of people saying, okay, we're attacking the furries tonight.
Yeah, and they had, Nerf guns and stuff.
Yeah, and there were, different sections of the gamers.
Mm-hmm.
It
was, if you remember the Area 51 raid.
Yeah, it was much like that.
Yeah, where everyone was, planning it out and everyone just knew,
Yeah, everyone knew. And there were so many videos of, girls, in the kitchen, making a sandwich and stuff, and, preheating the oven, doing the dishes. It was so sexist, but it was hilarious.
Yeah, it's funny because the girls were in on it.
Yeah.
And no one was sensitive about it. Everyone was like, yes, this is what we're doing now.
Yeah, and, I think a lot of the furries side of the war, they saw that, and they were like, what? This is so sexist. How can they be saying that? But the thing is, we were making jokes about it too.
Right. Yeah.
So that lasted a really long time, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I don't remember because I stopped watching the compilations around November. So that's kind of a dark period for me. November to July.
Yeah. So I'd say once the year hit 2019, TikTok was no longer... I don't know how you'd say, cool.
It wasn't, it wasn't the cool, oh, this is where you go for, funny stuff. It was back to, the normies. I remember that what was popular then was that girl who was here's the tea.
tea.
Yeah, that video. That's the only thing I
Yeah.
remember from that period. Like, I think it was in like I don't
Yeah,
know,
so,
May
like-
or March and like spring.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so like the winter of 2019, of the beginning of the year, that was kind of a dark period for the app, in the sense that like no one really knew, like
It was, like-
no one really
Yeah, it
was
was.
on the app that much.
It was kind of like you only knew what was happening if you were on it, but no one was on it.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, no one really, because a lot of people who watch compilations on YouTube, like the compilations stopped,
Mm.
and like there were, I don't know, like then if you watched it on YouTube and you didn't have the app, then you didn't watch it, period. Like, so then I think TikTok started to come back in the spring of 2019.
Yeah, I don't remember. That's when I remember like my friends got it, and I was very judgmental. I was like, yeah, this is
It's
cringe.
It started with that one POV of the girl, the Visco girl.
That was in spring?
Actually, no, that might have been in late.
I think that was in summer.
Yes, that was late summer. Sorry, I got it mixed up. But it's like it started becoming infiltrated by the straight TikToks,
Right.
which we didn't know at the time that they were straight TikTok.
Mm-hmm. I remember I joined in July. Like, I got the app. Like, I finally downloaded it in July of 2019. And it was like, my For You page was filled with that, I think Mariah Carey, the Obsessed With Me. Like, why are you so obsessed with me? Yeah, there was a dance to that everyone was doing. And it was like a lot of Visco, like, hangouts where people would, like, decorate like a bus or like some weird like little hidey hole. And another one that it was a trend that was so popular that was so annoying, where it was be like oh gosh, where they said like it was like you had to follow them for like the second part of the thing, where it was
I
like
hated that.
it would be like the song is like, are you tired of me yet? And then they'd like cut, it's like a really sad story, and then you'd have to like wait a week for like the next part of it. It was like very popular back then. I made one, but I never posted it. It was kind of funny, but yeah.
So I think, so the spring/summer is when everything started to go back up again, because that's when I started to see TikToks on my in my YouTube recommended, like TikTok compilations. I started to see those again, and I started to watch them. And when did text get introduced into the app?
Ooh, I think, it was sometime in the summer, because I remember, I think it was in the summer or spring or something like that.
Yeah,
I
because
don't know.
during the gamer era of TikTok, you had to hold up signs.
And you had to like write on the paper backwards because the camera like flips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Very, absolutely insane.
The younger generations will never know the strides we took just to make a good talk.
I mean, technically, we would never, because we didn't make any of these videos. But
no, but like we understand. Shut up, man.
Why are you trying to be included in this? We were never.
Right.
We were on the
never
sidelines.
Cool. We were on the sidelines. We were just like watching.
Mm-hmm.
We were just sitting.
Disappointed.
And vibing. And...
I was not vibing, actually.
Oh, okay.
Actually, it was the opposite of vibes.
Oh, okay.
Good
to know. I'll keep that in mind next time.
Mm-hmm.
So, so then, like during the summer, text was introduced, and a lot of people, like a lot of the straights, moved into the app.
Mm-hmm. It was mainly like lots of Visco, like so much Visco.
So much like, I'm decorating my room, redoing my barn, like you said, like it was a lot of.
There was these like group of people who like were decorating a bus, and they're still not done with it.
Yes,
like,
I followed her.
Really?
Yes, they did like school bus.
Yeah, they were like making a school bus out of. They were turning it into like their house or something like that. Yeah. Oh my gosh, so many like Visco like surprise packages where they'd like make these little surprise things, and then they put like a scrunchie in it.
Yeah.
And then they'd be opening. It's like, okay, guys, is this a surprise? Oh, we got the rare one. Oh my goodness, it's a scrunchie. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is where the Visco girl thing like kind of blew up.
Well, yeah, it's because Visco is like a very you don't know, it's
an app where you can share pictures or whatever.
Yeah, but it's like very summery, like aesthetic, I guess, and so I guess that's why it like was popular back then, because it was summer.
And then I think that the app like totally blew up with the Visco Girl POV.
Yeah, you can explain that, 'cause I remember you showed, like, because I had seen it before, but we were at like this 80s thing, and you were like,
yes.
Have you seen that video? And I was like, yeah, I have. And like, you showed it to me. I was like, yeah, I've seen it.
Did I really?
Yeah, because you were like, it's so funny, and I was like, yeah, it is.
God, that's mad embarrassing.
It was funny though, because you were just like so excited. You were like, because you go, and I open up, because you like kept saying it, and I was like,
Oh
okay.
my goodness. I think I was just so excited to see TikTok again.
Yeah, because at that point, when did you join? Because didn't I, like in November or something, I was like, join TikTok.
I got it in October.
October? Oh. Because I remember it might have, I don't want to take credit for it, but I remember I was like...
You probably yelled at me and made me.
Yeah, because I remember I just remember one day at church, I was like, have you looked at TikTok? And you were like, well, not really. And I was like, look at it. It's funny. I was like, it's funny.
Yeah, so far it started with the old men, then the cosplay / furries, then the
war,
then the era of gamers, and then the furry re-gamer war, and then
the Dark Ages.
The Dark Ages, yes, Dark Ages, the Visco era, and then it went to,
I don't even know. I feel like dancing, like Charlie, like it was lots of like
Charlie's era.
Yeah, Charlie D'Amelio, who is
she started to come up like late 2019. I think is when she really started to.
Yeah, I just remember the only videos I saw of her was like in the very beginning where she was like dancing in like her school bathroom or something like that. And then she just, I guess that I would call it the renegade period.
Yes, the renegade.
Because it was like,
it was one dance, like one stupid dance that everyone did all the time.
Yeah, it was all over my For You page, and it was like, yeah.
Mad crazy.
It was not good.
Mad cringe. So then, I guess, I think that once 2020 started, TikTok split.
Yeah.
That was the split.
Yeah, once 2020 started, I stopped seeing dancing videos. I stopped seeing point of views. I feel like the beginning of 2020 was bizarre point of views. Yes. Where it would be like, I've kidnapped you and I've fallen in love with you, but
Tyler Brash.
Yeah. It would just be like the weirdest point of views ever, because they used to be like, oh, we're going on a date, but now it's like, I've killed your entire family, but I fell in love with you, so I spared you. Like,
it's so weird. It's so aggressive when they do it.
Yeah,
especially that one guy with the teeth.
What?
He doesn't have weird teeth. I just always notice his teeth when I see his videos.
Okay.
I'll show you after this happens, but like, he's so creepy when he does it.
That's funny.
So that's when the split happened, but we didn't realize the split happened till later, and we'll get into that later. But so that's when the dancing videos, people kind of chose their side. They chose either the dancing videos or they chose the funny videos.
I have a theory that that the split happened during Lent.
Really?
Because I remember seeing dancing videos before, and when I came back, there were none. And I think what happened was we were able to make it to the other side because we had not liked dancing videos in a month.
I never saw a dancing video on my For You page.
I only saw, I saw Say So a lot.
I saw it when I got the app, because that's what happens when you get the app. But then I never saw one again.
Interesting. I only saw, Say So, that's gonna... and,
Say So.
The other... Oh, what was it? I can't remember. But, yeah, those are the dancing videos. But then I stopped liking them.
So your theory is the split happened when we did Lent.
Yeah, because when I came back, there were none, but then also there were no, like, other straight TikTok videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like we should get this out of the way now.
Mm-hmm.
So the sides people say TikTok straight split into is straight TikTok and I don't know. I've never found a name that I like for it.
Yeah, a lot of people are calling it alt TikTok, but I don't really like that name. There's like
because
elite TikTok.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I saw someone. Yeah, I usually just say straight TikTok and TikTok.
Yeah, like they're not even on TikTok.
Yeah. And when we say straight TikTok, it's not like...
I mean, okay, it's the straight mindset. It's not actually being straight.
I like to say it's vanilla.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like, there's nothing to it. It's just the dancing videos and, like, the stupid lip-syncing videos that we saw on music. It's like
people still do that?
Musically with less effort.
Right.
Is what I would call straight TikTok.
Yeah, and Musically was already pretty low effort.
Yeah, you just moved your camera. But it's... Yeah.
Like the Hype House.
Which is like... do nothing.
Like, it's just a group of people who, like, they moved into a house together.
It's, what's that? Jake Paul's house?
Oh, Team 10?
It's Team 10, but worse.
Right. Yeah, because there's, like, 20 people, and I only know, like, 5 of them. Like,
yeah. So I think in January is when a lot of the houses went together. Because, like, the Hype House, Sway House.
I literally never heard of Sway House until,
You've never
like,
heard of it?
a week ago when that guy got arrested.
Yeah.
Because apparently he was a part of the Sway House. I was like, what?
I only knew it because my Snapchat has all of those stupid things on it.
Oh, I only go on, the only thing I look on Snapchat is, like, my friends' private stories. I don't look at really anything else.
I look at the, like, I don't, like, watch the stories, but it always says, like, it's always right there. And it's like, oh, the boys of the Sway House. I'm like, who even?
That's funny.
So, yeah, January is when the split happened, but no one really realized it until much later that the split was, you know, a thing. So then I would say, like, nothing really happened.
Yeah.
Until...
someone, I guess, realized that, like, a lot of people... Oh, I think what it was the Gummy Bear album and Remember the Times We Had, where people would ask their friends, like, oh, I have this song stuck in my head, and then they'd be like, I've never heard of it. And they're like, it's all over my For You page. Yeah. Like I remember... times we had, like, I'm not, Charlotte is not on a straight TikTok.
I'm not on a straight TikTok. I just hadn't seen it yet.
Yeah, and I was like, what? And then that prompted me to ask all of my friends. Yeah. And then half of them knew it and half of them didn't. Yeah. And so I was like, this is pretty crazy.
But the minute, like, after, I say, like, the day after you told me, I was like, what even is she talking about? And then I got one on my For You page. I was like, oh, this is what she said. Yeah. Bim, I swear to God, if you mess up our setup.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but once we came back from, like, because we have a gap in our knowledge. Yeah. From, like, February to March a little bit.
April.
Holy crap. We weren't on TikTok for all of March?
All of March, we were not on TikTok.
Holy crap. I can't even remember a time where I was not on TikTok.
Yeah, that's so bizarre to me. I can't even remember that time.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Honestly, it flew by. But... do you think we're going to do it again next year?
I'm going to do it again.
I want to.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun to return.
It was so fun to return.
Yeah, I mean, we have a whole podcast about that if you want to see our return to TikTok.
Exactly. So then I think the whole kind of, we realized the split happened, like, everyone realized in April, I think.
When people were, like, asking.
Or maybe, like May even.
May? Yeah.
I feel like it was in May, actually.
Yeah, I don't think it was in April.
Because everything that has happened that is complicated has happened in, I feel like, the last 2 days.
Right, yeah. It's very soon.
And you guys think, like, this is over? Because we're getting, like, a month away from where we are now? No, ma'am. Yeah. We're far from over. Yeah. So, I think people realized what was happening in May. And they made so many TikToks about...
straight TikTok versus... Yeah. I'm just going to call it alt TikTok.
Yeah, I'll call it's easy to say.
And people would be like, you know, these are the audios on straight... And they'd be like with their brother or whatever, where it's like, put a finger down if you've heard... know it. Yeah, like if you know this song. Yes. And people would be like, what? Like...
You don't know this song?
Yeah.
Yeah, and some of the audios for you guys to know if you're on straight TikTok or not. I was a girl in the village doing all right. Then I became a princess overnight. So the Sophia the First, the Gummy Bear album.
Yeah.
If you don't know when the Gummy Bear album will drop, when you should see it in stores, you're on straight TikTok.
If you don't know what to do on May 24th of 2021, you're on straight TikTok.
If you don't know what song we tried to get to at the top of the Billboard 100, you're on straight TikTok.
If you don't know who we're saving from the SM6 band, you're on straight TikTok.
If you don't know what Martha ate to begin to speak,
you're on straight TikTok.
I can't think of
it anymore. Yeah, I can't think of it anymore. But yeah, it's just like a bunch of stuff where it's like...
Oh, sorry.
You're trying to mess up the setup one more time.
I don't want to hear it.
You're out of here.
Please, be my guest. Kick me out.
Okay, get out.
Vibes?
Yep.
Word?
Doors open. Shoot, that was...
So loud.
That was very loud.
Make that much noise again and I will kick you out.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Anyway, and then what's been happening recently is... What's the song? The Doja Cat song?
Say so.
No, the one that everyone...
Oh, I know. So, a lot of people have been mixing this one... Cyber something.
Yeah, it's weird.
I can't remember.
Yeah, it's like, all the things I do. And then it's like an audio... It's just
a random, maybe Vine, or just video that everyone knows.
It was only funny... There was like... The one that started it was the only one that was funny. And now there's like a billion of them.
I swear, every other video is like, Bam, I swear to God, what
am I breaking your lights? Oh no.
The lights just start flickering.
I've been like messing with the lights and just kind of like spinning the wires. I should probably stop doing that.
No, it's fine. I don't think you're messing it up.
Nope.
But anyway, so I think this started happening, very recently. It's been happening, but in May, there were just people who were like, please pray for my sister. She's on straight TikTok. Like, so many of those. Everyone was talking about it.
Mm-hmm. And so then straight TikTok became aware that we were making fun of them.
Yeah, and this one girl.
Ooh, that was
Avani.
Funny. Yeah.
She was the bridge, I think, between the two sides. Because she's like, guys, I'm on alt TikTok.
And we were like, no.
No, you're not.
There was this audio that was made to make fun of straight TikTok, because straight TikTok will dance to anything. So someone made this audio and it was like weird. It was like so weird.
A bunch of like gunshots and like...
Yeah, and it had like SpongeBob and then like the Skype like calling sound. And they made it to like make fun of them, but then people on straight TikTok actually started dancing to it.
Because they thought it was real.
Yeah.
And that's what we wanted.
Addison Rae danced to it, but then once she realized, she deleted both of her videos.
She did it twice?
Yeah, and then...
Oh, loser.
Avani did it twice, and she hasn't deleted them, but she turned off the comments, because on Twitter, she
said straight TikTok, and no, it was alt TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
And there's something where it's like, you just say the word, and you put a bunch of greater than signs.
Yeah.
And that just means, like, you like it. Or, like, it's better than anything.
She was, like, throwing a fit, kind of. She made, like, this thing where she was like, everyone, if you are still labeling people in 2020, like, you are such a serious problem, like, you're just, you know, if you're, like, if you're dividing TikTok, you're the problem.
And then this turned into the fairy comments.
Actually, no, the fairy comments started on this guy who was like, I'm a 10 amongst these threes. He's like, I am going to model, and it's like, but all the modeling companies like don't like me or something like that. And then someone said, like, they commented, this is great. I told my aunt who's a model, a modeling agent about you. She said no though, and that's what started the fairy comments.
Yes, and it was the reason why they call fairy comments is because the things are separated. So it said, I talked to my aunt who's a modeling agent, and then it had like the star emoji and the fairy emoji, and then it said, she said no.
Yeah.
And then it had more of those like kind of
so it's like
emojis.
It's like made to look nice, but it's
made to
not.
look nice, but it's so mean. And then they started to like ramp up.
It got like really rude, like where it's like
where they straight up tell them to kill themselves.
Yeah, like that's
sue, but make it a side.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, they got very very
so
bad.
Weird. And then, I think people like pulled out all the stops on Ivani.
Yeah, her comments are filled with them.
It's
like
just
kind of funny,
she
but
said
like
she was invited to the tray.
Are you
coming
to the tree?
So
I feel
that's
like
one
that
of the audios.
That was it.
What?
The Doja Cat song, that one was mixed with that.
Yes.
That's the first instance I can remember.
Yes, and then people
went too far.
Am I strange?
Because everyone says something.
It's just like specific audios that Emily and I could pick out, but like someone, I don't know, some of the girls from our school probably could not.
Yeah.
Roasted.
Get roasted.
Get roasted. You know who you are. No, they don't, because
they
they're probably not listening to this podcast.
What are you talking about? Everyone listens to this podcast. Everyone in the world.
Everyone in the world?
Everyone.
Name every single one of our viewers.
Well, I know the number one person who's not listening. Nick Cage.
Nick Cage, because he is not welcome.
He's not invited.
Nick Cage, if we see you, it's
see like on someone, site.
Dude, like, we have your IP address, like, we will block you.
Okay.
What do you mean, okay?
Oh.
What do you mean? We're gonna block him.
Yes, we are. We are.
Viv just started crying, laughing. I don't get it. What did I say that was so stupid?
You know, it was me. I don't know if I should say it, though, because then it'll reveal all of our podcasting secrets.
Do it. I don't care.
Well, I saw you did the stop sign, and I audibly said, okay.
I didn't mean to. I was doing a karate chop.
Oh, okay. So in the podcast, we have like a sign. It's the sign, like the ASL sign for stop, and that's whenever we tell each other without like saying anything when to stop it. And I thought
trail off the podcast. We want to cut it.
And I thought she was doing, because she was doing like karate chop, and I thought she was doing like the stop sign, and I audibly said, "Okay," like okay, we can start ending the podcast, but then she wasn't saying stop.
Good thing you didn't, because we're only at like 40 minutes.
Yeah, I was like, okay. Like, I mean, because that does seem like something that we would stop it at.
Yeah, like, Nick Cage, get out of here.
Yeah.
Boom, end. But we still have more to talk about.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. This was supposed to be a very professional documentary.
Yeah, remember when we said we were going to say
but
Sidebar?
Then we just straight up had a conversation. Guys,
this is all a part of it.
This is perfect documentary.
Perfect. It's Shane Dawson
Steven
style.
Spielberg is like, quaking.
Oh, I thought. Never mind.
Cool. So, are you okay?
I thought you said Stephen Hawking.
Oh my goodness, like that one video. This is one TikTok that I think everyone knows. I can't. It was this girl riding a skateboard. I think she did a jump on it or something.
Yeah.
She goes, "Okay, Stephen Hawking," and she meant to say Tony Hawk, and she said, "Okay, Stephen Hawking."
It's so funny, but okay. Anyway, next era of TikTok. So roasting Ivani.
Ivani. That was kind of. I feel like after we roasted Ivani, alt TikTok just went down the drain.
Yeah, because then everyone who was on straight TikTok was aware of it, and then Addison started using alt TikTok sounds, and then it just became not funny, and so then we went off the deep end.
So we then alt TikTok. Well, the true alt TikTok,
right?
Because there were some people that said they were on alt TikTok, but in reality, they were just teetering between the two. Mm-hmm. And I think what happened, in the past couple of days,
right?
We just, the true alt TikTok
immigrated.
We said we no longer want a part of this, and we became deep TikTok.
Yeah, deep TikTok. It's very low quality videos, and then it's Shoddy.
Shoddy's like a melody in my head that I can't keep out. Got me singing like. That is the new face of deep TikTok.
Right. Yeah, it's so funny. And then it's like people who Photoshop their face to be very, very skinny. And then the captions just in like Russian.
Yes, I think that was kind of like how it started.
Right.
And
then like his deep fried.
Yes, his deep fried videos. Deep fried videos are like the colors are all out of whack and like
it's like the contrast is all the way up.
Grainy and it's crazy. So I think it started with the skinny face and the deep fried deep fried videos, and with the 谁我飘飘冰风小小. I think that's where it kind of like started, and then people went off of that.
Right.
And they just totally started screwing up everything.
Yeah.
And one thing that was, God, I swear, this happened like 2 days ago. Something that was birthed was department store TikTok.
That is my least favorite thing ever. Like
we both have a collective hate for it.
I think my theory is department store TikTok is people who think they're on alt TikTok and think that they're so funny.
I think so too.
It started with Burlington Coat Factory, who started... It was like they were doing pictures of like their clothes or whatever, and they were like, use code blank for 40% off, and it was the Foreigner song, which if you don't know,
the Foreigner song is ultimate deep TikTok meme.
It has a negative connotation behind it.
Don't look it up unless you
want to get scarred. Yeah.
Please don't. Whatever you do not look up the Foreigner challenge.
Yeah.
Don't look up the Foreigner challenge original video. Don't do it.
Don't do it at all. It's like, and so what it was everyone was like laughing because, like, I guess those first videos were funny where it was like, it's
the first like 2 were funny
where they were pretending to actually be the store, but then it went insane where they put like mouths on them, and like eyes, and they were like lip sync. It was like. Oh, and then there's so many of them.
There's like a Home Depot one, there's a Lowe's one, there's a Target, Walmart, every single department store, like any store you can think of, any brand you can think of, it has one of these department store TikToks.
Yeah, and then that birthed like Tylenol, and then it birthed color TikTok. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, not really.
Oh, it's like those Pantone like color squares.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like... or paint or something
it's
like that.
It's like paint swatches, but they dance around and do whatever.
It's so weird.
So then I think with the department store TikTok, it birthed like everyone wanted to start like a side of TikTok.
Yeah, it's so weird.
It started with the beans side.
Right.
People like, everyone's talking about straight TikTok, alt TikTok. Bro, if you're seeing this, you're on the beans side of TikTok.
Yeah, and I feel like all of these still fall under the umbrella of alt TikTok. Like, it's not a different side. It's just a trend.
Yes, it's like, I feel like the new trend is making sides of TikTok.
Yeah, it's so bizarre where it's like, I'm on bean side. Well, I'm on frog side. It's like, it's the same thing.
And then after department store, frog TikTok, James Earl TikTok.
Yeah, LaShonda Ball TikTok.
Yes, LaShonda TikTok. What's another one? There's so many.
There's like so many that are just so unnecessary. And it's like, why does everyone want to feel so special? Like under one specific side? Because like, I guess I'm on all the sides. All the sides are the same thing.
Yes. I think it's because everyone's like, who else has a bunch of James Earl frogs and department stores on their For You page? Literally, everyone has it.
Yeah, so everyone on alt TikTok has all of those. It's not a different side.
You just, God, and like everyone, it's a trend. Yeah. I feel the ones that always stick out to me are the beans, the frog, department store, James Earl, and I feel like that's it.
Yeah.
Those are the only ones people mention all the time.
And it's like, you're not that special. We're all there. We're literally all there. So that's why
Karen.
That's why I started liking the most bizarre things on my For You page. So I get like weird animations with like very bad animations, and I get like those ones with the face where they're real skinny, and I get just like really low quality videos, and I introduced Charlotte to the "That's why your shoes raggedy."
That's what your mama did.
What shoes she got on the casket.
I love that one. I love that audio. It's so funny.
It's so funny. Oh my gosh.
But I really, I can't tell you anything about the current state of TikTok right now.
Yeah, it's very divided. It's like, maybe we're entering another, dark age, where it's like, everyone's just split up. Like, there might be, another war approaching.
I bet there will be another war.
I mean, I feel like there was kind of a war against straight TikTok, but then straight TikTok...
found out about it.
Yeah.
It's not fun if there's a war and both people know about it.
And they're fighting back. We can't have them fighting back.
Yes, because something that was funny with the gamer v furry war going back to before the Dark Ages, 2018. I guess the furries didn't do anything. They just said, "Hey, stop hating on us."
Mm-hmm.
I remember that one audio. If you don't like furries, go away. If you don't like furries, go away.
I do remember that.
I've got a lot to do and not any time for you. If you don't like furries,
go away. Yeah.
Now. And people would duet that, just Fortnite dance or punch the phone or something.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the people who were gamers are now on this deep TikTok.
Right. Where they're just uploading I feel like they're the people uploading all of the weird really grainy videos where it's the ones that I for some reason get on my For You page. So it's just the really weird ones.
Yeah.
Where it's white people be like. It's so weird.
Yeah, and I find it so weird. Everyone just wants to have their own special. Oh, we forgot to talk about SM6.
Oh, yeah. That was everyone started roasting them at first. It was the first video was "Don't flinch challenge, go!"
Ah! I feel like we talked about them enough last week.
Yeah.
That people know, but they were late May, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because everyone at first was kind of roasting them, where they'd duet it and they'd be this is the backpack they have at school or whatever.
Yeah.
But then everyone started. I remember once the first thing I noticed were the first signs where people were starting to like Adam was when they were saying how angry each of them makes them, and Adam was always 2s, 0s every time, and everyone else was at 10, and so then. And then people started saying, well, he's kind of the only normal one.
Yeah, and they started to see pictures of him playing the guitar.
And then that one picture of him lifting weights.
And then that was, the turning point where, we need to help him.
Yeah, and save him and get him out.
And everyone go look at our last podcast where we tell you guys how to save Adam.
Right.
How we're going to do it. It's going to be an us thing. You guys can't join.
Yep.
But you guys can see how we did it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, O.J. Simpson, he wrote a book, If I Did It.
I do, yeah.
That's
reminded me
this
of that.
is us.
Yeah. So
I guess right now
where it's kind of the Dark Ages, where
I feel like it's a different kind of Dark Ages, and soon, you know what happens after the Dark Ages?
A renaissance?
A beautiful renaissance.
I'm excited. I'm excited for all of the weird paintings and the baby Jesus.
Yeah. I really, want to see... You know what? What may happen? The second coming of Jesus. Why shouldn't it be now? We need him more than ever.
Oh my goodness, you're so right. I think he's coming.
God? Wait,
what? What's that?